recording. Oh, my feline assistant is already in place. Silly girl. You silly. Yes, you are. You silly girl. All right. No, we're not going to play. Well, we are, but not kitty play. All right. Happy Friday. Today we're going to work up to our sun salutes, and then we're going to mind travel to the sun. So there are some beings that are wanting to block the solar frequencies, the codes that we can utilize for ascension and for progressing and evolving to a higher frequency, heading towards the fifth dimension. So we go in and out of the fifth dimension as we learn to acclimate to that frequency and those energies. We've been rewired many times. I know I was being rewired back in the 80s. So we're rewired and we're going from carbon-based to crystalline-based. And my understanding is this has never happened before, where people do it while they're still incarnate in bodies. So the universe is watching. We'll see how we do with our graduation. But we want to travel to the sun and receive our codes that are being blocked from down here. So that's our assignment. We'll have fun with it. But we want to get a good workout so that we can feel relaxed and ready for our mind travel. For now, we'll bring our hands into Mudra to release and ground and center. Create your sacred space. Connect with the earth. Use your imagination. Take yourself down deep into the earth, past the rocks and the layers of water. Magma. Just imagine being at the center of the earth. Let go of the weak. Just clear your mind. Bring your attention back up from the earth, up through your body, up through your pranic tube, out the top of your head and out into the stars, the galaxies, the Milky Way. Open your crown chakra. The light is very bright. The stars are very bright. Now bring yourself back in through your crown and connect everything at your heart. If you like, you can even cross your hands over your heart center, your high heart, or your sternum. You can conjure up some gratitude for this magical time we live in. And then bring palms together. We'll attune to breath. Breathe, arms up overhead, reach. Deep breath, open out, lower down. And repeat a few times. Use your Ujjayi breath on the exhale and on the inhale if you wish. Your ocean sounding breath. Cleansing the upper lobes of the lungs and strengthening the lungs, muscles around the lungs. One final round. Just bring palms into Anjali Mudra. Notice sensations around your body. Just check in and see what's going on in your body. Head to toe or toe to head. Now, before we even start, just imagine a pin dot of white light, brilliant, sparkling white light in your heart center. And with every breath you take in, it brightens and expands to a ball of white light, brilliant divine light. Breathe it so that it expands into your whole body, bathing all your cells. Be sure to take the light inside your torso, bathe all of your organs to the very center of the organ, the core. And our focus today is on the sun. We're between the new moon and the full moon. It's the perfect time. So just stretch out like you're just waking up, getting up, stretch and yawn. Bring your arms out to the side, bring them around back and interlace your fingers and stretch your arms away. Open the chest, your heart, lift your chin, open your throat chakra. And then breathe, arms up overhead. And a stretch forward, just spider walk your fingers, hinging in your hips. Now press down on your left hand, lift your right arm, lift up as high as you can. Look up into your hand and lower back down. And lift your left arm up. Look up at your hand. Reach up as high as you can and back down. And then bring your hands in and lean back, stretch out your legs, shake them out. You can give them a little rub down if you like, especially around your knees after sitting for a while in easy pose, and circle around in your feet. Reverse and flex. Sit tall. Press your legs against the mat, the back of your legs. Press, flex, and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Okay. Now just bend your left knee. Bring your foot to the outside of your right leg. You can draw it in as close as you want, as close as your body will allow. Flex the foot on the extended leg. We'll come into a twist. Just reach up through your spine, tailbone up through the crown. Draw the knee in towards your opposite shoulder. your right shoulder. And then scoop your left arm out and up. Reach up and turn your body to your left towards the wall. You can wrap your arm around that bent knee and bring your left hand down onto the mat close to your hip. You can use your arm for a backrest so that you can twist without having to use those back muscles. Let them stretch. Breathe. You can get a little more stretch if you draw your navel into your spinal column and then go further. Okay, and we'll come into our side plank. Just bring your right hand onto the mat. Bring your right foot so that it's aligned with the short edge of your mat. Press down on your hands. Stretch your left leg out. Lay the foot on top of your right foot and press up into your plank. Engage muscles, firm and strong. Now just bring your left knee down, bend both knees, come back to center, extend your left leg, and bring your right leg in. If you need to circle around in that left hand after being in plank, it's probably a good idea. Okay, and then pull for a stretch with the right knee. And then taking your right arm, extend out, breathe your deep breath as you lift, move with the breath, come around to the side and lower your right arm, palm near the hip, creating a backrest. Lift in your crown, navel to spine. Now we'll come towards our plank, bringing your left hand in next to your right hip, and bring your left foot over. Have to align on my mat a little better here. And then press down on your palms, stretch your leg out, and just lay your right foot on top of your left and reach up into your plank. Activate legs and hips, core muscles. Look up into your palm. Ow, ow. My cat wants to play. And now lower your right knee down onto the mat. And let's come around, circle around in your right wrist. Come into a front plank. Stretch out your heels. Press them toward the wall behind you as you extend through your crown. Now let your knees down, let the tops of your feet down, and let your hips come forward towards the mat, but pull away from your knees and engage your hips so that you're protecting your low back, and long stretches in your torso. Breathe some luxurious, long breaths. If you want, you can roll side to side. And then pull back into puppy stretches. Stretch it all out now. Shoulders, spine. Now walk your hands forward and come into your downward facing dog. And I can see I'm going to have to take this feline assistant upstairs. Just go ahead into your down dog. Lengthen your heels down to the floor. Head is just between your arms, relaxed in the neck and jaw. Hips side to side a couple times. Notice where you feel the stretch happening. Now just bend your left knee and bring your foot up in between your palms. Relax down into sun pose. Just imagine you're on a beach. You can put your back knee down on the floor if you like. Get comfortable in clothes. But imagine you're on a beach by a lake or the ocean, and the sun is shining brightly above you. Lift your chin to honor the sun's light. Now lift and take the leg back. Come back into down dog.
perfect your pose, press the heels down, lengthen, press the palms into the mat, and tilt your hips up. In some cultures of India, they call this the mountain. So your hips would be the peak. All right, so now bring your right leg forward, bend your knee, bring the foot up in between your palms, lower your hips down into sun pose. Notice with the back leg how the stretch is very similar to your warrior pose, your warrior one. Feel that same stretch in the psoas and the groin. Lift your chin, look up. And then take the leg back into down dog. Navel to spine, breathe. Now just bring your knees down to the mat. Bring your nose down towards the mat. Let your toes, the tops of your feet onto the mat. Just draw a line with your nose, not touching, but just sliding over the mat and roll up into a cobra. Press back. We'll repeat that a few times to acclimate. So this would be like inchworm heading into cobra. One more slide. Let your body relax down onto the mat. Press up with your palms. Elbows in towards your ribs into cobra. Look up, shoulders down and open. Press the pubic triangle into the mat. Press down in your palms, lift your hips, toes under for downward facing dog. And just walk your feet towards your hands. Head to knee. Bring palms together. Overlap one thumb and scoop the arms forward. Bring them up towards your ears. Lift with your arms, engage legs. Lift up into Tadasana with temple arms. Open back out and bring palms in. Okay. Now overlap one thumb. This is one way to get into your sun salute.
Take in your breath and scoop your fingertips down, out, up overhead, engage hips, lift, standing back bend. You can breathe in again here and lower down, whoops, lower down, palms on the mat. Take your left leg back into sun pose. Lift your chin. Take the other leg back into plank. And if you want to do inchworm here, you can, or you can lower down into chaturanga and slide into cobra. Down dog. Breathe. And bring that left foot forward in between your hands into sun pose on this side. And step it in, head to knee, palms together, overlap one thumb. Bring fingertips to the ceiling, engage hips, reach, breathe. Breathe out to the back. And down over your heart. Good. Taking a breath, other side. And scoop it out, up. Engage hips, standing back bend, and forward fold, down. Take your right leg back into sun pose, lift your chin. Take it back into downward facing dog. And then either inchworm or come into chaturanga and up into cobra. Toes under, down dog. And step the right leg forward into sun pose. Lift and step it in. Palms together, up overhead. Press down on your feet, lift your fingertips up, engage hips, go to the back, and back to center. Okay, release your arms, shake them out. I need to turn off this. And give me a minute here. My kitty girl loosened up some hair. Just little wispies tickling my nose like crazy. There we go. So there are two ways to do the sun salute, or maybe there's more than that, but sometimes we can do it with two downward facing dog, sometimes just one. So coming to the front end of your mat, we'll repeat, starting in Tadasana. Breathe, overlap one thumb, scoop it out, up and back. And exhale, forward bend, head to knee. Take your left leg back into sun pose. Take the other leg back for plank. And either inchworm here or chaturanga. Down, scoop it out, up into cobra. Breathe. Toes under, down dog. And step the right leg forward.
I'm sorry, that's not right. It's your left leg forward. And then lift head to knee, palms together, up and back. And to center. And breathe. Scoop it out. Up, breathe again. Head to knee. And right leg back, sun pose. This is your inhale. Exhale to plank, hold the exhale. Chaturanga, cobra, breathe in. Toes under, down dog. Breathe, right leg forward. And exhale, head to knee. Palms together. Lift it up. Hips are engaged. Go back. And back to center. Okay. One more round. And then we'll come back and do something different. Okay, get comfortable. All right, just close your eyes. Imagine being on the beach on a warm, sunny day, sun overhead. Feel your breath. Imagine a breeze on your skin, sand under your mat. You're there by yourself. It's quiet. All right, take in your deep breath. Overlap one thumb. Exhale out, up, inhale back. And head to knee. Exhale. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale to plank. Hold the exhale till you come down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg forward, sun pose. Exhale, head to knee. Palms together. Inhale, up and back. Exhale to center. Inhale, overlap one thumb. Exhale out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale, head to knee. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale to plank. Hold the exhale out. Down, inchworm or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Toes under. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg step forward. And exhale, head to knee. Palms together. Scoop it out. Inhale, up and back. And exhale to center. Pause. Breathe. Feel your breath. Feel your heart. Feel the sun on your face, your shoulders, top of your head. Taking a breath, open your eyes. Shift the weight over onto your right foot, lift your left knee, open it out into sun pose.
Reach out into a big V for victory. Palms in, step it out. Inhale. Shift the weight to your left. Lift your right knee up. Turn it out. Tree pose. When you're ready, reach out into a huge V for victory. Shoulder blades down your back. Sun overhead. And palms in, step it out. Release your hands, shake them out. Move your fingers, bring the energy down into your fingers. Separate your feet, standing twist. Back to center. Circle around in your shoulders. 2 or 3 times in reverse. One more stretch before we come down onto the mat. Just separate your feet. Press your left hand against your hip bone, elbow forward. Breathe up through the right arm. Toes forward. Press on that hip, elbow forward, and reach into a side stretch. Look up. Oh, the sun's so bright, right? Relax into the stretch. Press through the soles of your feet. Reach up through your fingertips. And bring your right hand down onto your hip bone. Elbow forward. Reach up through the left arm. Breathe. And come over. Press against that hip. Use that for leverage. Rest on that hip bone. Look up. And firmly press down in the soles of your feet. Lift back up to center. And shake it out. Come down onto your mat. If you need to look at your photo of the sun that I sent you, you can do that now. Just a reminder. And then sit in easy pose or half lotus or allow your body to relax after your sun salutes. Surya Namaskar. Now, if you want to travel in a magical boat, a swan boat, step into the boat and sit down and let that boat lift up through the ceiling, up into the sky, through the clouds, all the way up into the magnetosphere, out beyond the Earth's energy, facing the sun. Let your boat, your swan boat, float you up to the sun. See how big the sun is, how bright it is. It doesn't affect you physically here in this magical boat. Sending love into the sun, appreciating all the light and vitamins that it sends us, but also the frequency codes for us to progress on our path. So just open your arms out to the side, lift your face to the sun, and allow the frequency codes to be absorbed into you right now. Any codes that you may have missed before, allow them to anchor into you. Relax your physical hands now, still facing the sun, feeling its warmth in your astral body, receiving in gratitude. Now, since we're here in front of this very, very, very hot fireball, if there's anything you wish to release, to be burned up and dissolved, anything, even darkness from the earth, imagine it being released into the sun, transmuted into divine fire. And now, if you feel complete in your release and your acceptance of the frequency codes from the sun, send your gratitude to the solar angels, and your swan boat will curve around towards the earth. You're looking down on the earth now. You can feel the heat from the sun behind you. You can see the light glowing behind you. You pass through stars and galaxies that are also very, very bright. With your eyes on the earth, focused on coming back through this space into the earth's energy now, the magnetosphere, down through the layers of energy, down through the clouds, down through the ceiling, and landing back in your physical body. And then prepare for Shavasana to relax and integrate your experience. Grateful all along the way. Your imagination is real and an effective tool. Now relax. Now bring your mind, your awareness back to your body. See how it feels. And now just take your arms up overhead with a deep breath and stretch long, reaching through your fingertips. Flex and point your feet. Draw your low back down against the ground. And on your next major exhale, bring your arms back to your sides. Lift your knees to your chest and wrap your arms around your legs for a final stretch. And then come over to one side and press into sitting up. Bring your hands into mudra, your favorite mudra. Sealing in the benefits, your codes, your light. And then bring palms into Anjali Mudra. And may you utilize your codes, your frequencies for the highest and the best to complete you and humanity. Namaste.
Wow. That was bright and refreshing.
That was what?
Bright. Oh, nice. And as we did this, the sun